Hall on behalf of Mr. Owens. He waives the formal reading and stands mute. He's been advised of his constitutional rights.
All right, court will not guilty plea. I ask Mr. Owens, given the nature of the offense, like criminal history, Mr. Owens, I'm going to give you a $5,000 personal bond with the following conditions. While this case is pending, sir, you're not possessing any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. Probable cause will be April 25th in front of Judge Kevin Robbins. Preliminary examination May 2nd in front of Judge Taylor. Please step aside.
Let's start. Right now.
Okay.
Oh,
I'm going to look at it anyway.
They sent it to me in error, so I sent it to you in error. I didn't know what to do.
Two mistakes don't make it right. What's your name, sir?
Shante Valentine?
All right, this is case number 150465761. Houston, Michigan versus Deshante Valentine. Appearances, please.
Rakedia Hall on behalf of Mr. Valentine, who waives the formal reading and stands mute. He's been advised of his constitutional rights.
Okay. Court will enter not guilty plea. Oh, this is an adjudicated probation violation. Judge Jefferson at that time, who was handling the docket, gave a $7,500 cash bond September 14th, 2016. Ms. Hall, why should I not continue that bond set by Judge Jefferson almost 10 years ago?
Your Honor, this case is a misdemeanor. It would now go to Judge Garrett, who the court does have authority to amend his bond to a personal bond. Mr. Valentine was not aware of his court dates. This was about 10 years ago. He will make sure that he appears at his next court date. So we are asking for a personal bond in this matter.
He pled guilty January of 2016. You saying he forgot about it?
Well, the court date that he missed was actually a violation hearing that he was not made aware of. And that was on September 14th, 2016. It was not a pre-scheduled court hearing.
What has he been doing for almost the past 10 years?
Your Honor, I am not sure where he's been the last 10 years, but I do know that he is a painter by trade, and he is married and has more than three children and has stable housing. So the police would know where to find him at if he misses court again.
All right, given the length of time, Ms. Hall, I'm going to continue to keep this bond set by Judge Jefferson. I can understand a year or two, I get it, but this is just way too long. $7,500 cash, surety bond redetermination will be Tuesday, April.
Your Honor?
Bob? Yes, sir.
Since that happened, I done made a drastic change in my life. Like I done picked up a trade. I'm still in school. Like I'm doing everything I can the right way. And and me and the girl that this situation happened, we are very good friends to this day. Like it was just a situation.
Okay, Mr. Valentine, please stop speaking.
Bond redetermination will be April 22nd, Tuesday, 9 a.m. from the Chief Judge Mechanical. Your review date will be May 2nd in front of Judge Garrett in person. Mr. Valentine, do you have any questions regarding your bond and/or court dates?
Your Honor, would the court consider a personal bond? As Mr. Valentine stated, he's a different person than he was before. It is he went through the entire process and pled guilty. He admitted to his mistakes. He's 9 years ago, they say you become a different person every 7 years. So he's become more than a different person. I don't believe that this will be an issue for Mr. Valentine moving forward, especially given that now that it would be going to Judge Garrett, even if he would, if the court would consider even having a GPS tether on Mr. Valentine, we would have no objection to that. But we are asking for a personal bond. He would be spending a couple more days in jail for a case that he would likely have probation or continued probation.
Well, he was on probation and he failed to appear. Now I don't know. I mean, he says he didn't get it. I wasn't there in 2016. But the length of time between the scheduled probation violation and today just seems unreasonable, and that's why I'm not giving the benefit of the doubt. Please step aside, Mr. Valentine.
Your Honor, what was the court date for his review?
May 2nd, Judge Austin Garrett.
Hey, Judge, what's happening?
Hello.
How are you?
I'm fine, Mr. Reagan. How are you?
I'm doing outstanding, Your Honor. Good to see you.
Good to be seen, Mr. Reagan. Good to be seen. Mr. Reagan, are you all finished with the ladies' interviewers too?
We are waiting for DDC, Your Honor, to put the one young lady on the camera right now. We're just waiting. If you could let them know over there, that good brother officer right there, if he could go to the female side and get them, that would be outstanding.
Yeah, it was falling. No, he was saying, hey.
All right, what's your name, sir?
Quincy Reynolds.
This is case number 250-571-5001. Houston, Michigan versus Quincy Reynolds. Appearances, please.
Judge, good morning. Good afternoon. I'm sorry. May it please this honorable court, Philip Reagan P57-156 on behalf of Mr. Quincy Reynolds, Judge, who waived the formal reading stand mute to advise Mr. Reynolds of his constitutional rights.
Court ran a not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Reynolds. Why should I give Mr. Reynolds a cash bond, Mr. Reagan?
Because he's 20. I don't see any assaultive history whatsoever. I understand the allegations are no causing injury. My client works at Ford Field Improvement, Judge. He has 2 children. He lives in the Detroit area. He lives in the city, Judge. So he's got kids. And Judge, this is I don't want to say it's not assaultive because there is a assaultive component to the RNO. But I do think that Mr. Reynolds understands that he's going to come to court. We talked to him in depth a few minutes ago, and he understands the importance of coming to court. And then these cases have to matriculate through the system, Judge. He's innocent right now of all these allegations. So I don't think a cash bond in this particular case is necessary. I think the court could suffice with a personal bond, no contact with officers, obviously no contact with any guns, handguns, or weapons of any type, but I don't think a cash bond is necessary in this particular case. He's a high school graduate as well, Judge.
Well, the important alleges that he lied to the officers about his age.
Well, Judge,
hold on, let me finish, Mr. Reagan.
Yes,
and
sir.
Then it's intentionally damaging police property.
Judge, I think that's the allegation. A lot of times, Judge, I have to ask myself, I know police, they do a great job, but sometimes it seems like, they just do a little bit of overreaching at times. And when crimes aren't being committed. And, I understand that they may have thought he may have been young and trying to see if he violated curfew. I just not believing that. But regardless of that, Judge, he was minding his business in the Coney Island, and they approached him. And, I get what you're saying about damaging the police property and learning how to control your anger and emotions. And, I don't know everything that happened in that particular situation or that night, but I do know that, he's going to have his day in court. Cases aren't getting dismissed today. He's going to have to come to court and deal with it, Judge, and be responsible for whatever.
Well, he said he's got 2 kids to support.
He absolutely does, Judge. He has 2 and 1 on the way. He's going to have a 3rd one.
Oh, he really does have to work then.
He really does.
Okay. $5,000 personal bond, sir. You're not possessing any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. You got to work to support those kids. Probable cause, April 25th. Preliminary examination, May 2nd, both in front of Judge Giles. Please step aside, Mr. Reynolds.
Thank you very much, Your Honor.
Yeah. Great. Yep.
What's your name, sir?
Dijon Gray.
This is case number 250-571-4401. Houston, Michigan versus Dijon Gray. Appearances, please.
Judge Philip Reagan, on behalf of Mr. Dijon Gray, would waive the formal reading, stand mute. Mr. Gray has been advised of his rights, Judge.
All right, court is not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Gray. Mr. Reagan,
Yes, Your Honor.
given that the allegations are very severe and and allegedly shots were fired, why should I not find Mr. Gray a danger to the community and have him have a cash bond?
Judge, one of the reasons I think that you shouldn't is that I think this case is really a bunch of circumstantial garbage, and I'm going to tell you why.
Please do.
I hear about the description that they give. First of all, Mr. Gray, Judge, was going. He met this person. This is not his car. He met this person. He started living with this lady in a hotel, Judge. She even describes him as a stranger she took in. Now, he has a son that's 17. She also has a brother that is dark-skinned in complexion. Now, my client, Judge, doesn't even fit the description of who they say the shooter was. They say the shooter, was a dark-skinned male. My client says he's never owned a gun, never shot a gun, never done anything with a gun. And he feels like they may be trying to throw him under the bus for her brother, who is dark-skinned. My client says he never was in that car at that time, driving that car, shooting a gun, and nobody can ever physically say that it was my client. They're using a black male, and they're describing it as a dark complected 200 crowd. My client is not dark-skinned. He's about 160 pounds soaking wet, and he says he absolutely never confessed to anything. He said the minute the police came to arrest him the other day, started saying to him, you know what you did, you better tell us this, you better tell it. He's like, I don't know what you guys are talking about. My client's 23, no assaultive history, Judge. He works at a tax office. And he says he's gonna go live with his dad now. He's under doctor's care, Judge. He sees a doctor every week. He has certain medical conditions, Your Honor. He's a high school graduate, has a culinary degree. And this case, to me, Judge, it's just really bad circumstantial. Sometimes you have good circumstantial, and then you have bad. The lady's saying, "Oh, he's the only one that would have had my car at this particular time," so we assume that it's him. But also, Judge, I think that the brother needs to be looked at too, as well, based on what my client tells me, her brother. So I just don't believe my client actually did this. This is a little unusual in terms of the actual case. And I read through it, went through it, talked to him, looked at his things. And I think that he deserves a cash bond in this particular case, Judge. And I know you asked me why shouldn't you give him one. That's why you shouldn't give him one, because I don't think that he had anything to do with this based on what he has told me. Now, I wasn't there, obviously. I'm not the trier of fact. He's going to have a trier of fact at some point, deal with this. But today, Judge, I just don't think he's a threat based on what I know, what I've learned in his prior history, Judge. I don't think he's a threat.
Mr. Reagan, is he working?
He is working. He works at MG Tax Services on e-courses. Well, I don't want to tell you everything. He does work in the tax office, Judge. I don't want to put everything out there. But yes, he does work every day. He's 23, has a job, high school graduate, No children, Judge. So that, that's one good thing, Judge, until he gets in a position to support some kids. You know what I'm saying? He doesn't have any children. And
okay, Mr. Reagan. I see your point in terms of description in the investigator's report. And I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. What concerns me, though, the report indicates that Mr. Gray is homeless, notwithstanding that he may be living with somebody. I am going to give him $100,000 personal bond, but to ensure that he comes to court, I have him fitted with a GPS tether.
okay. So what I want to let when I say to court, Judge, he's going to go stay with his dad. That's
okay. That's fine.
Yeah. Okay.
That's fine. But I am concerned about his potential due to his homeless state, as referred to in the report. I'm concerned about him appearing to court. But you have persuaded me for a personal bond, which I will do so after listening to your argument and reviewing the report. I think you have some valid concerns, valid arguments, Mr. Reagan. $100,000 personal bond, Mr. Gray. Also, while this case is pending, you're not possessing handguns, firearms, other dangerous weapons. No contact with Lamar Braxton. Probable cause, April 25th. Preliminary examination, May 2nd, both in front of Judge Giles. Please step aside.
Thank you, Judge. Hey, Honey, could you ask them to bring the young lady on the female side, please?
You can do it yourself.
I'm trying, Judge, but okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
I mean, tell her on the screen now, yeah.
I mean, you want me to go get the female or you want to continue court?
Go get the female.
No, continue court.
Wow, dog. Okay.
All right. Who's the guy on the screen?
Am I going to get the female or are we doing court? What do you want
You
me to do?
listen to me. You continue with the court. All right. Is it a labor shortage at DDC?
On the weekends, there's only one officer down here.
Oh, there should be two.
Take
You
that
only
up.
get paid twice the money.
That's above my pay grade.
Okay. What's your name, sir?
Real Danielle Smith.
All right. This is case number 250-571-4301. Peterson, Michigan versus Darrell Smith. Appearances, please.
Rakidia Hall on behalf of Mr. Smith. He waives the formal reading and stands mute. He's been advised of his constitutional rights.
All right, court order not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Smith. Why should I give Mr. Smith a cash bond in this matter, ma'am?
Your Honor, Mr. Smith does not know the complainants. He has no reason to have any contact with the complainants. I do believe that this is a case where there is clearly some information that's missing. We don't have Mr. Smith's side of the story, and we believe that with his counsel, he'll be able to present his side should it come to that. He is employed. He just started as working in shipping and receiving. He has stable housing. He has 4 children to take care of. He has ties to the community and no prior criminal convictions at all whatsoever. We are asking for a personal bond in this matter, Your Honor.
$10,000 personal bond, Mr. Smith.
A college graduate, he has an associate's degree.
$10,000 bond, Mr. Smith. You're not possessing any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. No contact with the complaining witnesses. Ms. Hall, does he catch the bus to and from work?
Mr. Smith, do you catch the bus?
No, I get a ride from my cousin.
Okay, I don't want you catching the bus anymore while this case is pending.
Okay.
All right, your court dates, April 28th, May 5th, preliminary examination, both in front of Judge Jefferson. Please step aside.
Next guy, Forbes. Should be right there. And I'm like, I see your phone. Devontae Forbes.
Case number 250-571-4501. Peterson, Michigan versus Devontae Forbes. Appearances, please.
Arcadia Hall, on behalf of Mr. Forbes, he waives the formal reading and stands mute. He's been advised of his constitutional right.
Court order not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Forbes, given the nature of the offense, lack of criminal history to our community. Mr. Forbes, the court's going to give you a $5,000 personal bond with the following conditions: you're not in possession of handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. Probable cause be April 25th in front of Judge Kevin Robbins. Preliminary examination May 2nd in front of Judge Jefferson. Please step aside. What's your name, sir?
Dorian Harris.
All right, this is case number 250-571-4901. Peterson, Michigan versus Dorian Harris. Appearances, please.
Arcadia Hall, on behalf of Mr. Harris, he waives the formal reading and stands mute. He's been advised of his constitutional rights.
All right. Court order not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Harris. Mr. Harris, in light of your nature of defense and lack of criminal history, the court's going to give you a $5,000 personal bond. Probable cause be May 1st, preliminary examination May 8th, both in front of Judge Taylor. Please step aside.
Oh, yeah, I got it. That was Harris. So. Black Lives Matter.
What's your name?
Nikita Williams.
That number 20. That's Lynn Barney, Billy Sims, or Barry Sanders. Which one are you?
Barry Sanders.
Okay. Are you Nikita Williams?
Yes.
All right, this is case number 250-571-4801. Peterson, Michigan versus Nikita Williams. Appearances, please.
Arcadia Hall, on behalf of Mr. Williams, he waives the formal reading and stands mute. He's been advised of his constitutional right.
All right, the court order not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Williams. Given this serious assaultive allegations, why should I give him a cash bond? Ms. Hall?
Your Honor, the complainant in this case is Mr. Williams' son. Mr. Williams is going through an eviction process with his son. The home in question is Mr. Williams' son. He denies any of the allegations in terms of using a weapon. Mr. Williams, in an attempt to prevent any assaultive altercations, he contacted his brother in order to come to the house to serve his son with the eviction paperwork. However, his son attempted to or continued to be hostile, including breaking a window to the home to enter the home that Mr. Williams no longer wants his son to reside at. Mr. Williams' son does not pay any bills to be there. He did not assault his son in any way. And in fact, he was taking multiple steps to avoid there being any assaultive altercations. We're asking for that personal bond, Your Honor. We are asking for no assaultive contact in this matter because, again, this is Mr. Williams' property and he's going through the eviction proceedings to have his son removed. He is employed. He's a DDOT bus driver. He has 2 other children to take care of. He does have stable housing, and the incident did occur at his house. So again, the police would know.
Ms. Hall? Ms. Hall?
Yes, Your Honor.
Is his son still at the house?
Mr. Williams, are you aware if your son is still at the house?
As far as I know, he was still there. My youngest son is still there.
Mr. Williams, you have alternative place to stay while this case is pending?
Excuse me?
Do you have another place to stay while this case is pending?
Not really, but I could probably find somewhere. Say, I don't see why I should have to leave my home, but if that's what has to happen, then I have to find somewhere else to stay, because I have court with my son, Monday morning.
Sir, I understand that, and Ms. Hall has represented your interest very, very well. I understand it's going through the eviction process, and I've seen situations where evictions can be troublesome, to put it politely. But you can't self-help in terms of eviction, and I don't know what happened here, but until your son is properly evicted, you cannot go back to that address. Is that clear?
Yes, that's correct.
Okay, I don't feel a need to give you a tether at this point. I am going to give you a $50,000 personal bond. I believe a no contact order will suffice in this matter. While you're not possessing any handguns, firearms, other dangerous weapons, no contact with your son, Mr. Hardiman. You cannot go back to the Bliss Street address. I will allow you a one-time visit with a police escort to get your personal belongings as you find an alternative place to stay. Probable cause be April 28th, preliminary examination May 5th, both in front of Judge Jefferson. Mr. Williams, do you have any questions regarding your bond and or court date, sir?
So you say April 28th, and when, what else?
May 5th.
Okay. Okay.
All right, step aside, please.
Black line, sir.
What's your name, sir?
Adonis Hollins.
Case number 250-571-4701. Teresa Miskin versus Adonis Hollins. Appearances, please.
Rakedia Hall on behalf of Mr. Hollins. He waives the formal reading and stands mute. He's been advised of his constitutional right.
All right, the court will not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Hollins, given the nature of the offense, ties community, like criminal history. Mr. Hollins, the court's going to give you a $5,000 personal bond. On this case is pending, sir. You're not possessing handguns, firearms, other dangerous weapons. Probable cause be April 25th in front of Judge Kevin Robbins. Preliminary examination May 2nd in front of Judge Giles. Please step aside, sir.
Black line, sir.
What's your name, sir?
Demetrius Marcellus Jones.
Can you bring out Deshaun Moore with him as well?
Deshaun Moore.
All right. Can I get both of them on screen?
Final.
There you go.
Sorry, we trying.
Okay. All right.
Keep
You keep moving and the camera keep moving. All right, stay still.
moving. Okay, I'm trying to, sir.
Stay still. Okay. Gentlemen, state your name.
Sean Moore.
Demetrius Jones.
Okay, Mr. Moore, can you lean your head to the right? Just lean your head to the right. Yeah, there we go. All right. This is case number 250-571-4601-4602. Houston, Michigan versus Demetrius Jones and Deshaun Moore. Appearance, please, Ms. Hall.
Rakedia Hall on behalf of both Mr. Jones and Mr. Moore for arraignment purposes only. They both waive the formal reading and stand mute. We ask that a plea of not guilty be entered on their behalf. Both of them have been advised of their constitutional rights.
All right, the court will enter not guilty plea on both of these defendants. Gentlemen, given your lack of felony criminal history, ties, community, and nature of charges, the court is going to give you both a $5,000 personal bond. Both of you are not allowed to possess any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. Both of you have the same court dates. Probable cause April 25th, in front of Judge Kevin Robbins. Preliminary examination May 2nd in front of Judge Taylor. Gentlemen, Mr. Jones, Mr. Moore, please step aside.
You're gonna get all the information. Next. Nope, right there on the back. Right.
What's your name, sir?
Davin Dorsey, DAVON DORSEY.
Case number 250-571-5301, Police of Michigan versus Devontae Dorsey. Appearances, please.
Rakidia Hall on behalf of Mr. Dorsey, who waives the formal reading and stands mute. He's been advised of his constitutional rights.
All right, the court entered not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Dorsey. Given the nature of the offense, like a criminal history ties community, Mr. Dorsey, the court's going to give you a $5,000 personal bond. While this case is pending, sir, you're not possessing any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons.
Yes, sir.
Probable cause be April 28th in front of Judge Jefferson. Preliminary examination May 5th in front of Judge Jefferson. Please step aside.
Martha Shine Andrew.
This is case number 250-571-5601. Houston, Michigan versus Devon Deshaun Andrews. Appearances, please.
Rakidia Hall on behalf of Mr. Andrews, he waives the formal reading and stands mute. He's been advised of his constitutional rights.
The court order not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Andrews. Mr. Andrews, given your lack of felony criminal history and the nature of the offense and ties community, the court's going to give you a $5,000 personal bond. Probable cause be April 29th in front of Judge Jefferson. Preliminary examination May 6th in front of Judge Jefferson. Please step aside.
Is that May 6th or May 5th?
Can you repeat that, the dates again?
April 29th, probable cause. May 6th. May 6th. Preliminary examination, both in front of Judge Jefferson.
Yes, girls. You'll get it. That's all, making sure.
Okay.
Got it? All right, now, continue. You'll get it all when you leave.
What's your name, sir?
Mike DeWan Scott.
Case number 250-571-5501. Police of Michigan versus Taywon Scott. Appearances, please.
Rakidia Hall on behalf of Mr. Scott, he waives the formal reading and stands mute. He's been advised of his constitutional rights.
Court order not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Scott. Your nature of defense, like criminal history, ties community, Mr. Scott. The court's going to give you a $5,000 personal bond. While this case is pending, you're not possessing any handguns, firearms, or other dangerous weapons. Probable cause be April 25th in front of Judge Kevin Robbins. Preliminary examination May 2nd in front of Judge Taylor. Please step aside.
All right, so you're gonna have to give me a few minutes. The next two are inside cells by themselves, and one's in a wheelchair.
Okay. Oops.
And it goes great. You gotta think, wait a minute. It must have took math on there. I got shot. Okay, that's twice. So that's why. All right, mine is 7. I'm surprised. CPL, family. No, not a bit. Oh, and I'm like,
When he comes down, say your full name. No, Ely, Howard, and that's it. And a female, yeah.
Oh, he's 34.
Judge,
2834.
Oh, sure is it.
Rufus
All right,
over
what's your name, sir?
Rufus over
Rufus Neely. All right, this is case number 250-571-4201. Houston, Michigan versus Rufus Neely. Appearances, please.
We're breaking on behalf of Mr. Neely, waive the reading stand mute. He's been advised of his rights, Your Honor.
All right, the court will enter not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Neely. Mr. Reagan.
Thank you. Yes.
He's a half four. Retail fraud first degree.
Judge, I knew that UAD education was going to help you. That's you absolutely right. Absolutely.
And given his prior, why should I not give him a cash bond, sir?
Judge, only because, and one of the major reasons, Judge, is that, you know, this is a non-assaultive case. I do understand that there may be a lot of evidence, or there may not be any evidence, Judge, because I didn't see a lot. I just see a bunch of folks saying, we saw somebody camera. I don't know if they recovered, what they recovered. I don't know what the circumstances are. He didn't assault anyone, didn't hurt anyone, Judge. You know, he's going to have no contact with the Nike store. And that's what you're going to tell him to do. And he's going to abide by whatever order you tell him to do. So we're going to ask that be granted along with a personal bond, Judge, and absolutely no contact with the Nike store on Woodward.
He got caught standing in line at a food truck across from a bus bay.
Hey,
That's what the report says.
I was at the food truck that they be coming down there every week passing out food.
$10,000 personal bond, sir. I'm going to fit you with a GPS tether.
I don't know of any capious history that this gentleman has, Judge. And
Well, you know what? Is he working?
Judge, he is not working at the present time. Or what do you do every day, Mr. Neely?
I'll be waiting on Comerica Park to come to work.
Right. So he wants to work, Judge. He's not trying not to work. He's just waiting for a phone call to get a job.
Well, you know, given his serious felony convictions, that's I want everybody to get employed, but it doesn't look likely. So to keep him from further mischief, I want to have a tether on him. Given his extensive criminal history, I felt I was inclined to lock him up, Mr. Reagan.
Judge,
But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to $10,000 personal bond, GPS tether, no contact with the Nike store. Probable cause April 30th, preliminary examination May 7th, both in front of Judge Taylor. Please step aside, sir.
Wait right over I talked to Wayne County about that, bro. I don't know. It's not above my pay grade. Thank you.
What's your name, sir?
Houston Howard.
Case number 250-571-5401. Houston, Michigan versus Houston Howard. Appearances, please.
Your Honor, bringing on behalf of Mr. Houston Howard. Judge, is there a retained counsel in the waiting room? Anybody else in the waiting room?
No,
Okay.
no.
Judge, we would waive the formal reading, stand mute at this time. Mr. Howard, we advise him of his rights, Judge.
All right, the court and not guilty plea on behalf of Mr. Howard. I read the investigator's report. He's charged with a life offense. Why should I not remand him?
Because you know he's not going to be convicted, Judge, of that life offense. I think you read the report. I think that this probably is going to get resolved at the exam in some way, shape, or form, Judge. I'm not saying, it may completely go away. I just know that it's not going to be most likely a carjacking case, Judge. My client has no criminal history. He has 3 children. He was actually shot in the head a couple of years ago, Judge, and has some traumatic PTSD because of that. He's also in a car accident as well, Judge. I think this is a really unusual case. I think that, again, Judge, I don't think that my client, and we did talk to him in depth, Judge, about how you react to certain things and how things should be done. Never intending to hurt anyone, never intending to harm anyone. So I think this is a little different, Judge, than the normal carjacking case that comes across your desk. Probably that's why I think that you should grant personal bond for Mr. Howard. I don't think he's a flight risk, Judge. He can't move that well, has a lot of injuries, and I'd ask the court to consider that, Judge.
Is he employed?
Judge, he was doing car sales at the time, but because of his injuries now, he's on 6 or 7 different medications, so he's unable to work at this particular time, Judge.
And it doesn't look like he has any criminal history?
None, 0, Judge, to my knowledge, 0.
How long has he been in his current physical condition?
And Mr. Howard, that's a great question. Mr. Howard, how long have you been? I know he was shot a couple of years ago in the head. That's lingering. But how long have you been on a cane and a walker?
I got a cane. They got the walker. They got my cane when the police came to my house.
How long?
Since I had a bad car accident in November.
November. Okay.
And
So
then, I got shot in the back twice and in the head when I was doing security and selling cars.
Okay.
What are his work hours?
It's not working right now, Judge. He was selling cars, but because of his condition, he's not working at the present time.
I've got a lot of doctor's appointments and physical therapy and just a lot of doctors.
All right, Mr. Howard. Given the fact you don't have a criminal history, $100,000 personal bond, and given your physical situation, you're not in possession of any handguns, firearms, other dangerous weapons. No contact with Philip Ellis. Probable cause be April 28th. Further examination May 5th, both in front of Judge Giles. Please step aside.
Thank you, Alan.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I think we have one young lady left.
Right. You can do the interview for the one young lady.
I did it. We already done, Judge. We ready to go. Ready to
go. So I'm just waiting for them to log on.
Correct.
Thank you.
All right, are we ready for the female side?
Let me put him up and then I'll be over there.
Okay, thank you.
What happened? Okay.
He's having some challenges right now.
Yeah, I know. I was just gonna ask her if you went from red to black.
I'm trying to catch him in the back.
All righty.
Hey,
We got Miss McReynolds. Hi, good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
Hi, good morning, good evening, good afternoon.
What? Oh, what is your name?
Elijah McReynolds.
All right, Ms. McReynolds, this is case number 250-571-5101. Houston, Michigan versus Elijah McReynolds. Appearances, please.
Celebrating on behalf of Ms. McReynolds, waive the reading, stand mute. She's been advised of her rights, Your Honor.
Court will not guilty plea on behalf of Ms. McReynolds. Given the nature of the offense, like criminal history, ties to community, Ms. McReynolds, I am going to give you a $5,000 personal bond. Probable cause will be April 25th. Preliminary examination, May 2nd, both in front of Judge Giles. Ms. McReynolds, you have any questions regarding your bond and or court dates, ma'am?
No.
All right, step aside. Have a great holiday weekend.
Thank you.
I'll see everybody tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.